Hi Sagittarius, welcome to SIKIKSYD. I'm SIKIKSYD. I'm a professional astrologer, psychic, shaman, medium, seer, mambo, witch, volleyball player. All the information before that is in the description box down below. We have 8 new products here at SIKIKSYD. Go check that out if you're interested in the products that I sell. Those are in the description box down below. And thank you so much for your kind comments, likes, subscriptions, gifts, readings, bookings, and referrals. All the information before is in the description box down below. And you can be a Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Mercury, Venus, Mars, or Jupiter in Sagittarius. You can be energetically connected to someone in Sagittarius, someone in the astrological chart, or you came across this reading and it just resonates for you. This reading for the future of Sagittarius. You can check your Jupiter, and you can also check to see where do you have Sagittarius in your astrological chart. Okay? Alright, let's get into your reading. Let's burn some sage. The vibes of the last reading out of here. Let's be intentional. I'll give you a sound bath. All right, let's get into it. Sagittarius, to see what is your future. All right. So future for Sagittarius, please. 8, 6, going to something. Okay. Change it. All right. Okay. All right. Your overall energy is atoms, building, the number 40. Feel like you are doing something you feel like you've never really done before, and you're having to go like piece by piece in order to accomplish something. You're having to almost do like little by little in order to create something greater. Like everything is made out of atoms, right? I studied biology for 6 years in college, and like different labs and stuff like that. Everything is made out of atoms. And that makes me feel like that's sort of how you're approaching life. Like you're having to learn from the beginning, like a beginner. The atom is the beginning, and then you collect it in order to become one big thing, you know? One big creation. And appreciating the process of it. You know, this is actually like a very peaceful sale. Do you think that this is something you find emotionally fulfilling and you feel like it does guide you to happiness? Okay. I love that. That's really beautiful. Like you could be graduating, you could be doing a job you've never done before, traveling somewhere you've never traveled before. Now you are with the Emperor here. You can be any astrological sign, okay? You are becoming a father, a grandfather. Some of you are feeling like you are ready for commitment, ready to take things to the next level. If you're in a relationship or a marriage, you are feeling like you need to be more responsible for the feminine energy for your significant other. And there is a feeling of you really taking control. It makes me feel like you are being more honest. Like if you look, this actually came out like this, like feel like you're being more honest or more transparent, okay, about what keeps you, what drives you, what motivates you, you know, with the fire, and what keeps you grounded with the earth. I feel like you're being more honest rather than it just being very like stone faced, like what you're seeing is what you're getting, right? It's like there's definitely more to you than the magic that you are able to create and the image that you're able to portray. I feel like you're able to take control. Some of you are getting married. I feel like you are owning a business. You could be in school learning something, okay? If you're single, you could meet someone at the gym or at school or at work. If you are in a relationship or a marriage, you and your significant other are putting a lot of time into yourselves with the Eight of Pentacles and putting a lot of time into fixing the relationship as well, into making sure that it is growing, to making sure that it is stable, but also improving oneself in order to present a better version of yourself to the relationship and to the marriage. So it's gonna be like, you know, working out, it's gonna be like eating well, doing lots of self-care, learning new things, whether it's about yourself or it's about, you know, whatever it is in your life that is currently motivating you. That does bring you joy, right? So if you're learning something, whether it's in school or at work, right? Here you are watching and observing, but also you are here doing something over and over and over again until you know how to do it in your sleep, right? So I feel like you could definitely work for yourself, right? And I feel like people are looking at you and they are astounded at what you've been able to create. I see you dropping responsibilities, obligations, burdens that aren't your responsibility, being victorious, feeling like if you're in a relationship or a marriage that you have the person that you want, like this is your dream person and that they want to be seen with you publicly, okay? And vice versa. Now, if you're single, you feel like a lot of people want you, a lot of people are like interested in you, a lot of people want to know you, right? I feel like Sagittarius, you're very popular, very well known, very victorious. You feel very victorious because you've dropped the baggage, a burden that felt like it was really, really heavy. Okay, responsibilities, obligations that aren't yours to carry. And I feel like you're actually going back, Aquarius to Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. You're going back to change something, to remove the obstacle of something and to improve a situation. You are going back. You're like, I don't want to move on, I want to go back. Okay? Interesting. So, you have the truth. This is the truth coming your way. Essentially, the Ace of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Capricorn energy. So this is a message, a phone call that you could be giving, someone else could be giving to you, but it is the truth. I do feel like if you're in a relationship or a marriage, you feel like you and your significant other are very mentally compatible, able to have very clear, logical conversations, and you feel like you guys really get each other in the mental, right? Especially in forms of communication, that there's a lot of clarity in the relationship and the commitment. That's what you don't see coming. What you don't see coming is a feeling of you guys, you know, feeling like there's a newness in the relationship regardless of how long you've been together. And I also feel like for many of you, you could be traveling somewhere you've never been or doing something you've never done before. But you are receiving the truth, okay? You have lilies. Lilies are white, green leaves surround. The outlook is bright and passion will abound. When this card rests higher, it means good disposition. The card resting lower is a dubious position. So, the card that is actually higher means good disposition. It is actually resting higher when I put it down. It's a dubious position. You may feel, because the card that's resting lower is the Eight of Pentacles, you may feel like this is like difficult, you know, to have to do something over and over and over again in order for you to be able to do it correctly. But this is what gets you to that Knight of Pentacles of being able to be financially stable and grounded and to have a successful business. You have to put in the work, right? Put in that hard work and it will pay off, okay? Whether that's you putting in the hard work into yourself, into your business, into yourself, into your relationship or your marriage, or into your relationships and connections around you, or just into your environment. It is about you recognizing that you have to put in the work. And wanting to do things the right way. You could have felt like you weren't able to do things the right way due to there being a lot of obligations and responsibilities, but that now you can actually be victorious in situations that maybe prior you had difficulty being successful in because you felt like you weren't listening. Well, the reason you weren't successful is because you weren't listening to your intuition. That's why you weren't successful. That's what's hidden from you, is that you are not listening to your intuition. The moment you listen to your intuition is when the situations around you actually change. I do feel like you're very positive about what's going on right now in your life and what's in your future. I do think you are looking at things very positively. Seeing that the success is really going to come in your work. It's going to show in your work. This has been your reading, Sagittarius. We have 8 new products here, so I can still go check it out. And if you're interested in the products I sell, that's also in the description box down below as well. This is for Sagittarius. And thanks for supporting Psychic Sid. Amen and Ashe.